Right, this is my Hpi RS4 Evo. It's actually 16 years old now. It's gone well quick. It's a bit battered and bruised, but I've seen a lot worse. Obviously had quite a few accidents, but apart from that it's good. It's been sitting around for the last couple of years. Decided to get up and running, so I'm just going to run through a couple of checks and things to do before I get up and running, and then do some footage on that. Right, first things first, better give the air cleaner a little clean out to make sure that's all going to be clear of any dirt or debris. Make sure we get the air flowing through it. That's good, still nicely oiled up from last time I used it. But I'll put some new fresh in. It's actually a twin stage one, so this one you don't oil up, which is good, so it stops all the stones and dirt getting stuck on it. And then this is the one you actually oil up. Right, let's clean it out the way I've always done it. Just using some nitro fuel. Go from the inside out. Put some new oil on it. Right, next just put some fresh batteries in it, but check the radio gear all works fine. Yep. Make sure the brake definitely works. Also, I've done a mod on the brake, so if you have a problem where the nitro engine keeps dipping down the revs or stalling, I don't know if you can just see here, it's a little linkage, it's on a spring rod. So as you apply the brake, it goes against the spring rather than pulling the throttle down. It's always good. Also, a fail-safe, because if you ever lose a reception or the batteries go low, it automatically defaults and puts the brake on, so slow down rather than just going straight off. Right, check the glow plug next. Yep, that's nice and bright. Right, it's time to put some fuel in it. I've got some dirt in there. I have to clear that out before I continue. Right, yeah, just check it over. I actually found this bit of metal in the fuel tank. God knows how that got in there, but always definitely worthwhile checking and look round. So let's put some fuel in it now. Now that it's clear. Glow plug in. This is roto start, which is good. It's actually needs new gears in it. And here it's rather rough. So far so good. Here we are, started. Not bad for an old car. I mean, the engine's not the original one, it's the second one, but it's probably a good, I'd say probably about 12 years old. And run it last, I think probably about it's under 2 years ago. So it's done really well. So always look after your nitro engines. Definitely use after run oil. Yeah, second gear still works, good. Nice visible smoke. Well, not bad for sitting around for a couple of years. Yeah, good little smoke. Brakes working. Right, so just run the HPI after a good couple of years. Seemed to run good. I looked after it obviously quite well. If you have noticed, which I will have to look at, is there's looks like a bit of fuel just leaking out the bottom of the crankcase where the rotor start goes onto. So I'll have to strip that apart and maybe reseal that and see if that's a leak. But apart from that, it's all running. Probably needs to do a bit more tweaking. It did actually run out of fuel when I was running it, and then as I went to refuel, I had to use my rotor start, and then that decided to pack up. So I've literally just ripped that apart and I actually stripped the pinion gear on the rotor start, so it's quite heavy on the gearing on there. I've already had one gearbox in it, but I will have to actually order another one because I've actually got an old one that I used before, which seems to work, but the turret's rather noisy. Thanks for watching.